when you try to explain to people that you can play football in power chair, they don't really understand. When you try to propose to those people to come and see the play, see the game, and finally see more the sport than the handicap, it's really easy after.
You come and watch the sport and you just get excited and drawn into it. And I think globally it's just going to take off from here.
Our sport had been started by physiotherapists with physiotherapy balls 20-some years ago. So when we saw these basketballs that they were playing with, and they had these funny little steel foot guards with 3 pieces of tubing, we thought, boy, that's sure funny, that can't work too well. But then once we went to Paris and I saw it, and I was really impressed with how they were delivering the ball and recognized this is football, this is soccer, you know?
In power chair football, we can say, okay, we're an international organization, we have already a World Cup, and we have the same rules all over the world.
This is a funny sport because it's a combination of a team sport, soccer, football, people, but there's the technical side of this sport in terms of technology is huge.
So I'm going to introduce you to the sport power chair. It has mainly 4 differences with the regular power chair. The first one would be the motors that are quite bigger than regular motors. You can see that the batteries are also much bigger than on regular wheelchairs, and there's also a cooling system for the computer with a little green button. It turns on the fan. In order to put the bumper, you need to first put the 2 bars, and after you just put the bumper on. It's quite easy and quite fast.
You know, I had never been involved in sports as a kid, but there's something about the sport that really draws people in. And so I've really started encouraging other people I know who use power chairs to try it. You know, I think the greatest testament to power soccer is seeing the reactions of people when they see it for the first time. This isn't something, oh, well, you know, it's great that those poor disabled kids have something to do. No, that's not why we're here. This is a real sport like any other sport. And I know for me it's been quite a process becoming an athlete and developing that identity and understanding what that means.
Firstly, I define myself as a human being, not as a person with a disability, you know. So I think humans have noticed that everybody got to play something with other people, even people with disabilities.
We have some very severe disabilities in our troop, but that's no problem.
It's, to me, very heartening that we have a wide spectrum of people with all forms of different disabilities. The issue is about regulating it now for the future. As this game grows, more people will come into the sport and they need to know who this game is for.
This sport is exciting. This sport gives me a chance to play the football.
For someone who can't play football and love football, have the opportunity to feel the emotion, to feel the game, to score a goal.
For me personally, it means everything to me because as a young boy I always wanted to play football. Power chair football is like any other sport. It's competitive, it's powerful as in its name, it's very creative. The people from outside looking in can turn around and say, yes, this is, people are taking this serious. They are meaning, to take the sport further and make it bigger and bigger in the future and attract more people to the game.
For the future of the sport, we need to develop more local teams. Each national organisation running a national league, giving players the opportunity to train and play competitively on a regular basis. We cannot just focus on developing the sport in our own countries. We need to work together to develop the sport internationally to help the growth of the sport.
It's the role of Fipfa. Develop power chair football all over the world and try to make this sport more and more important.
Power chair football is the first
Team sport for people of all
ages and genders
who use a power wheelchair.
It's dynamic and encourages
teamwork and sports skills.
That enhances the lives of people with physical disabilities.
Le power chair, beaucoup de nations, un sport